AKs, that might sound like an obvious statement, but the fact you can take actual duels and hold tighter angles, take one-shot kills, instead of having the double taps or the spray down to the M4, makes you a bit more aggressive and feel more comfortable in center positions. And this looks like a little B rush, maybe not a rush, but certainly B focus from mouseports here. Lau with the AK-47. He'll be heading towards the platform, using his teammates as cannon fodder, hopefully giving him something to work with there. But yes, he goes down to 9 HP. He'll probably give that AK away, but his teammates haven't got armor, to be fair.
He could get lined up right now so easily. Oh, that's fall. He's low HP though. That's Oscar. They're still finding kills. Dennis gets 2 on the way through the smoke. They've digged up body. This looked so good for them to just spray into the B smoke and win out the round with relative ease. Now they've got to clutch this back. Two men down. Nades too far. No. Yes, they're both at trees, so it goes too far. Speedy finds another kill. They may pick up this round. Yugi's got something else in mind. That nade should do better. Directly behind the statue, one goes down. That's Oscar, and he gives himself a fighting chance. Kit in hand as well. Molotov and smoke. Could Molotov off long. Smoke off on the bomb. Do the stairwell instead to try and push them out, but he's got the nade. Oh, on top of the site. Nice shot on Yugi, so he's not, the reason I say he's got the nade on top of the site, he's not expecting the second player, so Speedy's able to walk out.
That's actually very well played from mouseports then. That's a guaranteed round of victory at that point. You've both ways, and they got the communication. We know he's got an AWP. He's going to be taking down one of us eventually. As soon as he takes a shot, you need to...
Ребята, я сейчас вам включу какой видосик. Или стрим прикольный. Какой-нибудь. Так, что там у меня подписочки. Сейчас, ребята, дойду стримчик. Тут мне давление же приходит. Помещение. Подождите. Сейчас, ребят, подождите. Там не началось.
Nico. 1 versus 3. He doesn't have a chance to win the round, but might be able to get a gun or two down. Just start to consider it. Gun barrel sticks through. Thanks for the op. Still wants to go for it, you know?
Well, he's got a chance. He has got the kit, and only 2 players to find as well. He knows one of them is going to be low HP at this point. This kill's the one that really matters. Finds Dennis, takes him down. Now it's Speedy with 15 HP.
You're right. You're so right. He could easily pull this off now with Speedy tagged on 15. Knows he's on the site. Molotov's going to push him. He's going to push him out. Knows he's likely to drop down the wall too because they're throwing lights out. But he moves too soon. Speedy stays in it, expecting the face. one by Nico.
Nice work by Nico. That Molotov was very well played indeed. You can see Speedy, he knows that he drops down, he's going to die to the UMP. There it is. He's just hoping the fire doesn't spread to the edge of that wall, and it's going to be the round of victory for Nico and co. Well, round number 9 comes in. It has been very back and forth so far. We thought mouseports had that round tied up, but it wasn't meant to be. They get the bomb down. That's an extra $800 per player on top of their first stage loss bonus, but that's not really much to write home about. It has to be Nico at this point. And it's 5-3 in favour of Heroic, just Eagles and PT50s, but that didn't stop mouseports before. Let's see whether they can have similar success here. Number 9. Orb comes out for Yugi and 4 UMPs around him, and the Deagle headshot from Dennis once again. He seems to be very proficient with the pistols these days as he opens it up once more and picks up only a UMP to be fair, but it's something. He can swap that over to maybe Speedy. He's only got a Glock. Oh, he's giving it to Oscar. I beg your pardon.
Well, it's something. Good shot to try and start it off. Better one the second time as he does take the kill into Oscar. Well, UMPs. Speedy being one of the ones to wield it as he's grabbed that over, but it's going to be a tough ask for him to try and do anything at this point in time. They do have Snappy down, obviously, but he's still posted on the AWP. Thankfully, that op could get caught off. Bomb's down, that's fine for a moment. Volda's going to rotate it and catch off too, but they have slipped a player into the A site at Stables, and Yugi could get, oh, exactly, that could be caught by it.
It's getting a bit dicey for them now.
Yeah, the op goes down. This is where they rotate. That single player in the A site just foiled everything.
3 versus 2 now. It's up to the UMPs of Nico and Valda. It's going to be Valda that finds one. Don't think it's down to a winnable situation at least, but Chris J has got the orb.
It's planted after it was down and in the possession forever as well. Just simply off the back, Chris getting a kill. Nico knows Chris is on the site, has to get the reload in. Chris goes to the peek in that time. Won't re-peek it out, but he'll get pushed out because, yeah, there's nowhere to hide on those angles. Dennis now knows where both are, though. Smoke goes down on bomb. That's a problem. Has to play on one. Does find it. Wide peek. Second shot not there. Nico's going to grab it, get the defuse as well. Heroic's going to pick up number 6. And they'll extend the lead.
Indeed, Dennis pretty much did all he could to win that round, but wasn't meant to be towards the end. Let's have a look at his opening kill. It sounded pretty crispy. Not too bad from Dennis. Through the wall as well. Takes down Snappy. That was to open up the round. But it's 6-3 now, and mouseports get the plant down. And with the second stage, lost bonus in those 2 plants. Managed to get a full buy here. Oscar on the orb. Like we said, on Nuke it was interesting. Chris J was orbing, and Oscar had a absolutely horror show of a game. But let's see what he can do on the T side of Cobble with the sniper rifle. Things starting to build up for Heroic slightly as well. They do get the full buy this time. Molly's down to UMP, but still, no one's economy really swelling at this point. The round will break. Towards all Heroic, and it looks like a big execution coming in. This will be the wall of smokes. This is normally a go-to when things are getting a pretty dire, but Nico seems to be aware and looking to challenge.
I like challenges. Challenges are fine. Speedy's got Nico. Launches himself back in. Good timing, but it's Marty that takes down 2. Chris, he gets 2 of his own, including that of Marty, so it does mean there's now 2 versus 3. Make that 1. Snappy's the only one remaining. Decent position, but not really given the situation. The fact that bomb is on the statue, but bomb is low. Bomb is low indeed. Bomb, oh, should have been denied, all things considered. But couldn't find the angle. They now triangulate. He goes down.
If he gets that plant straight away, the plant down straight away, maybe there's a chance there. But as soon as he misses it, his teammates, the T teammates, recalculate and surround him, and the round was over. That was a big round of Heroic. You can see their money hasn't really got to a stable situation. 6-4, and they're going to be double eco regardless. They're going to try and force out what they can. So 2 UMPs come out, and Yugi, he's the AWP, doesn't buy a single thing. Nico just stands with Deagle, but didn't let that change anything. He's actually very, very good with the Deagle. We saw it in Katowice, how much damage he can inflict with that weapon. As we get to Snappy, though, represented with Dennis, who's just throwing himself for a smoke and just about gets away with it. I'm not a fan of that decision at all, but gets the kill regardless, and no harm, no foul.
He's going to wait at Stables, trying to use sound cues where he can to hear them inside of the danger position and figure out exactly which way they're heading. But this is bigger. Volda in behind, C said, dead. Oscar stares him down on the AWP.
Oh, this round should be over at this point for Heroic. UMP and some pistols. No kits, no nades. 5 players up for mouseports. Dennis is low, but This would be an absolute miracle for the CDs to pull this one back, but it is Nico towards the B side of that Deagle. And I'll put it up maybe a little bit too much, but let's see what he can do here. As you can see the smoke starting to come in. I said he's the master, and there's the first headshot, looking for more.
He's very, very good with this gun. Knows they're going to be closer. Reads the flash, means they've got to be there. Lines up the headshots. He's got number 3. Pull him down as well. There's the 4th. Nico nearly goes for a Deagle ace. And no, I'm not talking about the Bosnian. I'm talking about the Dane. He's given them a real chance, and the Speedy now has to clutch back 1 versus 2. He's got 31 seconds and a smoke out, so he'll be able to plant, but he has no idea as to how close the you are. As Sedge doesn't commit to the plant, gives it away as well by firing the AK. They're going to boost above the smoke, and they should get full vision. UMP as well for Madi. It's lethal. Tries to tap it once more, beat it out, but gets in the open. He's down to 41, and Madi comes around. What a round from Nico.
We said it had to be a miracle. I don't think I could have played that up any better. We said he's going to be good. I thought, okay, he'll get 1 kill, maybe that'll be him. He gets 4 and wins in the round. That's so sick from Nico. I'm sure we'll get a replay of that momentarily. An absolute amazing round from him. Let's just enjoy this for a second. The first one was good. I thought he had no chance of getting more than that. He should get refragged. There should be a faster face from mouseports, to be fair, coming in there, but he lights him up all over the place. It's headshots for days, and it's going to be 4 kills for him, and pretty much wins the round single-handedly. Speedy couldn't do anything about that situation. 7-4, a lifeline found by Heroic. God, that was good.
That was very, very good. I very much enjoyed that, especially the second one where he knows, okay, I'm flashed off. A lot of people would just say, nah, I'm going to re-peek it and surprise them, or just think that for whatever reason they're invincible in that situation. He just sits and says, okay, you flashed me, I know you're going to be in the tighter angle. Nails that. Almost got Chris down by the UMP. Talk about bringing Heroic back into this. They've got a chance to break the economy, but that said, they're weak themselves, and Oscar, down drop, shocks Esk, is able to pick up 1 to make this a 4 versus 4, and he's not done at that. He'll start to look. Oh, shoulder peeks out, sees Monty, fires through the wall and puts him on 25. Again, though, realizes statue's occupied. He knows it's very likely to be pushed into the window. Speedy does find the shot. Speedy finds yet another Snappy tries to make it interesting. In fact, 4 HP. Dennis has to trade that, but it wasn't like it was a duel. It was a simple trade for him.
For all of around that was. Trades all over the place, comes down to the 1v1. Mousesports pick it up. Sending Heroic's money into Dire Straits once again. It's round number 13. They will be forcing into this round. You can see 1 UMP comes out with CZs, and Nico on the 5-7 this time. Doesn't fancy the Deagle. He thinks maybe he's exhausted all of his magic for now. As we get into this one. 3 AKs for Mousesports, 2 UMPs as well. Pretty standard setup for them at the moment. Just holding up towards middle, seeing any aggression comes into the CTs. Now getting ready towards mid doors. He'll be flashed in by his teammates if required. Oscar just spotting off that rock. Chris J, he seems to be happy to play that B position by himself most of the time, walking in and seeing if he can get anything for his teammates. They know there'll be lower money here. I don't think I'm anticipating the full force buy, but let's see what happens as we start to edge our way towards the B execution here. Nate's towards the steps.
I nade toward the steps indeed, but no one there. Do you know where those stairs lead?
To the Hobbit hole.
You're right. That is absolutely 100% correct. You know Gandalf didn't use the steps, though?
What did he use?
He just, floated there, I guess.
Does he float?
Myth. Rest of it's true, though.
Oh, NIP smokes for Mousesports. Let's go. Normally means you're faking from these smokes towards the A site. You don't have to, though. But they will be doing that indeed. So smoke towards B, trying to hold the CT towards that side of the map, push up middle, and it looks like it's working quite nicely for now, but there are still 2 CTs towards the A side of the map.
Chris is going to get the stables, clear that. Molotov to balcony. Speedy's already hit a shot through the vents. They line them up to get the shot and double up onto Speedy. That's taking care of all things considered, including that of the barrels, and they'll save what they've got, just the armor and pistols, but no frag money to be given away to the UMPs this way. And it'll give them armor in the next round. In fact, they may have wrap around and go for exits. It's not a bad idea.
That's a nice round from Mousesports. They know they're on pistols at that point, right? So if you throw all the smokes towards B, when you've got pistols and armor, you see those smokes come in, you're going to assume, you're going to take the gamble, right, and think, well, they must be coming B at this point. You see all these smokes, you're not going to be calling fakes. You don't really have the weaponry to go hunting for it. You're just going to hold up and crossfires. That's quite cool from Mousesports to deploy that at that point up towards A. Get the 2 kills required, watching the flanks as well. It's a very efficient round from them. So well played, and it should be an eco in round number 14 for Heroic as well. This is a chance to tie things up. 7-6 at the moment, and you can see Heroic going to be saving that armor and pistols here.
that's intended, as I said, to know that they don't want to give any more frag money away to the EMPs. I mean, it's interesting that they consider that, given that it's the last buy, but more importantly, they want to save their armor because they don't have a lot, and it's round 14.
Indeed. This is pretty rough for them. I can actually end up losing half, and it started so well for them. The mouseports have...
And they were saved by a deagle.
Yeah, right.
That was the second lifeline into it after it was starting to slip.
That's more than a lifeline. That's a miracle. That's nuts. Like, it was a round where they had a deagle and speed to 50. That's it, and he just goes absolutely wild. But still towards B we go. It's going to be Nico hearing the footsteps of Chris J on the upper platform there, but can't really get to him just yet. Goes towards the steps at this point. Just should be aware they get caught a nade out, and Nico gets a bit more out of this. Look for the second frag as well. Does some damage as Speedy takes him down. Modi gives Heroic the man advantage. Still a lot of work to do here with the lesser weaponry.
Ball that tries to jump back up, but it's Lowell that gets him down instead. And Yugi, I'm gonna guess he gets one kill.
I'm gonna say 0.
You're gonna say 0? The fact that Lowell's turned around may indicate 0.
I'll see they're being very calm about this. They've got a minute to work with. Don't rush the plant. Check every little crevice you can. Miles low HP. He'll be holding drop down. And it's up to Yugi. It's one frag and Matt wins.
Bomb has been planted.
I win anyway.
You can't win regardless.
No, I win regardless. I still win.
You still win. Well, I guess I can't argue with that. It's going to be 7-7. We go into the final round here. Number 15 and UMP for Valda. They do get it all for Yugi, but you have to say it's been a mousesports affair in the last few rounds. 3 in a row for them, actually. It was a very back-and-forth game until this point. They're the first team to actually string 3 rounds in a row together. So, number 15 comes in here. We have a UMP once again and an AWP. Lacking a lot of utility here. You can see they've opted for no head armor. Obviously don't need it against the AKs, but it's just indicative of what kind of position they're in right now. Number 15, Chris J towards B once again, trying to find that first pick as his teammates go towards the A.
Chris gets aggressive and then backs away, given the utility put out in front of him. Speaking of put out, Henry.
Go on.
Nah, I won't. That's rude.
Oh, I see where you're going to go with that.
Yeah.
No need to be coarse on the broadcast.
Nah, it's true. But I was going to say those flames need to be put out. That's what I was going to say. Yugi gets Dennis down. That's the flash shot you were talking about in the last half. Exactly. Or not in the last half, rather. Excuse me, early in this one. It's been a long half. Slow rounds, to be fair. This is the 15th, the last of it. Will slow itself again after that pick. Oh, careful. Nico's in position, Chris. Nico's in position, trades it though. Got a second sooner, he may have been able to keep Valda in the equation, but does smoke himself off, get back to the site. Flash is going to go over, Speedy's going to drop bomb, go in, Flash catches Nico, and it's well timed. They knew he had to be transitioning out of that position, and in with the op, Oscar will go, bomb, and so Speedy has to cross. They've used the smoke already though. Oscar's got one, but he's late to use it. Yugi takes him down. Oscar's going to have to deploy it at this point, 7 HP. And he goes back, thinking that the smoke will pull them out to try and get position on him as he plants. Realizes they're not, fires into it. And now the plant does come in.
Not really
Good news
much.
is, Henry, they'll get money from the plant.
Yeah, nice work.
Thanks.
It's the last round, of course. That's not going to happen. So Oscar there, you can see what he's trying to do, but very well played for Heroic. They will be picking up the first half victory. It's going to be 8-7 in their favour. After getting absolutely manhandled on Nuke, you have to say mousesports did a decent job there towards the end to actually bring it back to a winnable situation here on Cobblestone. Still anyone's game. We'll take a quick break and see how it concludes here on Cobble.
things are going perhaps a little bit better this time for Heroic, or rather, excuse me, for Mousesports, because 11-4 in halftime at Nuke. This time they split the difference and go 8-7. But as you say, Heroic had a good chance. You can see the score in these highlights at the top. 5-3 up to, I think, 6-3, and then 7-4 with a deep round that was absolutely incredible from Nico. And then things slipped away from them.
Yeah, Mousesports managed to chain 3 rounds in a row, but Heroic closed it out. Nico said that Deagle round did save them somewhat. Mousesports should have been winning the half, all things considered. But we are getting ready for the second half here. We swap things over. Heroic on 8 rounds as they go into the T side here. The stats for you. We'll see whether we can have a look who's leading the charge here. Nico, of course, 16 kills, 8 deaths. Yugi, considering it's the AWP, that's a very poor game for him. Only 4 kills in total. I want to look at Oscar, though. What's he up to? 11 kills and 10 deaths. He had a very poor game on Nuke. Speedy leading the charge. And Cristiano on 4 kills as well. That doesn't seem right to me, but I guess the scoreboard doesn't lie. Maybe it does. Lau's on 0 for 0. But, anyway, we can't get them all. Speedy, though, I'd say that's bad news if Speedy's top of the scoreboard for you. You've got some of the superstar potential. Lau, Oscar, and Chris J. Like, they should be the top of the scoreboard, right? If Speedy's going above and beyond and getting those kind of numbers, and players like Chris only on 4, that's not great. But still, Heroic, definitely the favourites going into this series. They had an amazing game on Nuke, 16-4. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a stomping, to be fair. But Mousesports probably needs to get off Nuke at this point.
Yeah. I think I tried to ask through my little talk, my psychiatric nightmare voice for the desk over there.
Go on.
I tried to ask how long the videos are done in advance. I think they're 2 weeks in advance, aren't they?
I think it's I'd say 1. That's me.
I think it's 1 sounds right. But maybe it's done. Yeah, maybe it's Monday. Well, that's what I think it used to be, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it?
I've always put it as 1 week ahead.
Okay, well Okay, so it's on Sunday, so it is that week. Okay, so it's not like they had Nuke in, and then they got really bad on it in the meantime. You know, I was trying to theorize, like, maybe it was done so far in advance they didn't realize and get it out in time, but no, if it's done on Sunday, that's just pathetic. Get rid of it.
That's pathetic.
It is. Well, I'm not here to make friends.
No, it's true. Never have been.
I'm here to be honest.
It's going to be the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise as we get ready for decom off. That doesn't really work online, does it? But you can make noise at home if you like. You can enjoy pretend you're in an arena.
Yes, if you yell really loud while you turn up the volume and they hear guns shooting, you may even get your neighbors calling someone to come visit you.
We've got a little boost here from Mousesports, something a little bit elaborate. 2 players going up towards drop down. Never seen this before. 1's normally fine, but 2 going in. This is interesting, and it's going to be Chris J to open things up as well. Successful boost coming in. Lau's joining in. This is actually very cool.
I don't mind it. Oh, he spotted another as well. That's Marty. He saw Marty's body. Chris is going to get closer and closer on this as well, knowing that there's no one else toward the fountain. Oscar doesn't need to overcommit to the peak. He knows Chris is rotating in behind them, so he just double checks to confirm that they're there. In comes Chris. Flash out as well. Oscar gets bombed down. Chris is still going to be a menace. They've got to commit to the long corner. Pinched off, but Dennis does go down inside of danger. Still, though, Chris is in position to hold them off if they were to rotate back. Volt has made a case for it, though. Oscar's found. Lowell's got to back away. They've somehow pulled this back with 2 kills to make them doubt their positions, Mousesports.
Mousesports with quite the lead right now, where Heroic still have their smoke grenades. That's one thing they've got going in their favour. They've thrown a smoke towards Connector just to pull a rotation over. They will be heading back towards B, but Chris J's position should lock them down, and they seem to be aware it's a possibility. Chris J wants 1 kill here. That's absolutely fine. He does not get it. To be fair, I like that from Chris. I thought it was a great position. He's had to land the shot. Now it's a 2-on-2. This is very winnable for the T's. They still have that smoke. I think they're thrown it towards Connector. Here it comes. Flash is good as well. Lau might have to fall back here. He gets behind the rock just in time. The bomb will be planted, though. Headshots all over the place.
I can hear them, but I only see 1 kill show up. It's down to a 1 versus 2 for Lowell Mousesports. They had such a good start. This was a 5 versus 2. Valdo with 3, Nico with 1, and Lowell's got to pull this back. Bomb planted, doesn't have a kit. They're going to push him as well. He knows it. He's likely expecting it, but they make it work. That's an incredible clutch.
Absolutely sensational there from Valdo. Another 4 kills for him. And you have to say, Matt, maybe Mousesports got ahead of themselves in that situation. You get that kind of 5-on-2. Usually if he's playing for the bomb, right? Like, even though I like Chris J's position, it's like he looked like he caught them out. if you're thinking about it, if you just want to win the round purely just that, you just get in crossfires on that B side, right? You just deny them across the board and don't give them anything to work with it. Don't even let them have a look into the side. Make them commit fully before they even get a duel. They get picked off one by one, and to be fair, it was very unlikely. I'd say it was a calculated risk at that point, but still one that didn't have to happen, and it's going to be a really frustrating one for them to give away. It's going to be 9-7 now, forced by fully for mousesports. Even Oscar's joining in, so if they don't win this, he will not have AWP going forward.
Yeah, there's a thought for you. No AWP on Oscar.
Is that a Moses impression?
No. Well, maybe. I mean, Americans do sound a little weird. Chris, he will sit and wait with the deagle that is very similar to another deagle that's already in the game. Dennis with the CZ will back away to cover from either swing at door to get to rock or window side as they wait for the rotation from A. That'll be Oscar that rotates. P250 for Oscar. Valda, UMP, tries to dance out. Dennis finds the first kill on an eco either way, and now they enter. But the pistols are doing all right, you know.
They are doing
Almost got one. Dennis finds another. This is a 4 versus 2, and Yugi on an AK is already getting picked apart. He's down to 82. There's only one bullet that hit him, to be fair, but they know exactly where he is, and Madi's going to try and go for the long-range shots with the UMP. Bombs dropped over the wall. They have to commit. Good shot, Yugi, to start it off.
Yeah, he's had a rough game so far, but this could be the difference maker. They can get this round out. Should have been a very good set to win the round, but unfortunately, Lal, he's going to find another kill, and it's just up to Yugi now. 3 kills to 5, 20 seconds remaining. I don't think it's possible, but the nice little crouch spray works out for him. A 2 versus 1 now.
He doesn't look comfortable. He doesn't look convincing in any of his shots that he's gathered. Crouch spray almost was lucky desperate at that point, but it's done.
Certainly is. We said this was a very back and forth game, and the first half scoreline certainly suggested that as well. 8-7, and after picking up the pistol in a 5-on-2 fashion, mousesports returned the favour and managed to pick up the 5-7/CZ round, so good work by them. So it'll be a force buy, of course, from Heroic. They don't give in as easy as this, so it's going to be PT50s, Deagles, and a UMP for Snappy. In terms of the utility, they have a smoke, 2 of them to be fair, and a decoy, so that's what they can do. Nice little boost here from mousesports. Don't see it that often these days. It was quite prevalent and in fashion for a while, but it's quite easy to pre-fire and flash out of position, and pincering towards the A side as well can be quite hard to hold. But Oscar, this is the great setup. One player at APC to watch towards long A, the other player boosted, watches middle. Quite standard, but it does work out quite effectively as he's waiting to get his first shot here. Chris J on the scout this time. It's Oscar to see whether he can fill those big boots Chris J's.
Position from Dennis, boosted up, he can almost drop away from that, but gets damaged, and not quite enough that the scout is able to one-shot the rest of them, though, being Nico, and then Vold has obviously realized Oscar's tagged. Nate goes over, it's Lowell. Backing off of it, Chris just chime in, brings it down to 2v2, and HP low. One thing they have to be careful is not to overcommit to wrap around to deny the plan, because this happens. Yugi sits and waits with the deagle. Bomb still not planted as a result of it because they got off of it, but Monty stays alive with 2 HP. That leaves him in a 2 versus 1. Chris spotted, but that should be enough now. 100 HP versus 2, surely.
You'd think so, but it's Moddy.
Stranger things have happened. Monty spotted, though. Chris takes him down with ease.
Well, a decent effort there from Heroic, all things considered. Went into that one of UMP and some pistols, managed to bring down to a 1v1, the bomb going down as well. They could force into this next round. They won't have great cash themselves, but it'll be enough considering that the CTs have a difficult reinvestment. To be fair, the money's actually better than I thought it was. It's going to be Chris J with 50.
Ребят, на сегодня это все. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставь лайки.